Hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect. So in this video, we are going to understand how to create Pabbly email marketing subscriber on Cognito Forms submission. So do you also use Cognito Forms and Pabbly email marketing for your business? Then this video is definitely for you. So over here, I'm doing the same. I manage an event management company and we use Cognito Forms to collect the inquiries from our potential clients. So now what I want is that as soon as a new form submission is made in my Cognito Forms, which is as soon as we receive a new inquiry, I want that with the help of the same inquiry details, a new subscriber should be created in my Pabbly email marketing tool so that we can create targeted email marketing campaigns for these potential clients. So to do this, we're going to create a connection between Cognito Forms and Pabbly email marketing. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also wish to learn this process step by step? Then let me take you to my computer screen.
Welcome to my screen. So as you know, in this video, we're going to understand how to create Pabbly email marketing subscriber on Cognito Forms submission. So as you know that I manage an event management company and we use Cognito Forms to collect the inquiries from prospective clients. And I want to set up an automation that automatically creates a new Pabbly email marketing subscriber each time a new form submission is received. This process allows us to seamlessly add the interested clients in our email marketing list, enabling us to send targeted follow-up emails, event updates, and promotions. By automating this step, we can stay engaged with the potential clients and enhance the lead conversion rates effectively. But as you know that Cognito Form doesn't have any native connection with Pabbly email marketing. So in order to connect both of these accounts, what we are going to do is we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So in order to do this, I've already opened the landing page of Pabbly simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we're going to get two options. One is sign in and the other one is sign up for free. So if you're a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you're going to get hundreds of hours free every month to explore the application. But I'm an existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in right over here. And as soon as going to click on sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps. And over here, you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, in order to create a connection between Pabbly email marketing and Cognito Forms, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to click on access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect's account. And as soon as I'm going to click on access now, it is opening my dashboard. And to start with this automation, we are going to click on this button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here I want to save the workflow in this folder which says automations. And on my dashboard, you can see multiple folders which I have already created to save my workflows in. If you wish to learn how to create a new folder or a subfolder, you can click on this hyperlink given right over here which says learn more. And now it is asking me for the workflow name. So I want the workflow name to be how to create Pabbly email marketing subscriber on Cognito Forms submission. Cognito Forms to Pabbly email marketing. And then we are going to click on create. And as soon as we're going to click on create, it is opening the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this, you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So here we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. And by this, you can finally understand that the actions are response towards the commands given by our trigger. And in order to start with our automation, we have to select our trigger application. So for my trigger application, I'm going to select it as Cognito Forms because I want that as soon as a new form submission is made in my Cognito Forms, then automatically my workflow should be triggered. So I'm going to search for Cognito Forms and then we're going to select it. And now it is asking me for the trigger event. So basically, trigger event is the event on which the workflow will start. So over here, what I want is that as soon as the new entry is received, my workflow should be started or triggered. And as soon as I'm going to select the trigger event, it is giving me a webhook URL and few steps. So what we're going to do is in order to connect our Cognito Forms account with our Pabbly's workflow, we're going to copy this webhook URL and then we're going to follow these steps. And it is saying in your form submission setting, check the box next to the post JSON data to the website. Okay, so first it is saying to log in your Cognito Forms account. So I'm going to do the same. I'm going to open my Cognito Forms account, and as you can see that this is my account, and over here are all the forms which I've already created. So I'm going to create this automation for this form, which is event inquiry form. So we're going to use this form only. So I'm going to click on build right over here so that we can edit this form, right? So now as you can see that this is my form, and from the left side of the bar over here you can see post JSON data to a website. So yes, we have to tick this on. So I'm going to switch it on, and yes, as soon as we switch it on, it is saying submit entry endpoint. So now over here we are going to paste the URL which we copied from our workflow. So you have to keep in mind that you have to paste the URL under this which says submit entry endpoint, and after pasting this URL we have to click on this save button. It is a really important step to save this, right? Otherwise your endpoint would not be saved. And after clicking on the save button, you can see saved. And after saving this, what we're going to do is we're going to go and publish. And now we have successfully created a connection between our Cognito Forms account and our Pabbly's workflow. Okay, and now it is saying waiting for a webhook response, and in the notes it is saying do a test submission / record. So what we have to do is, in order to capture this webhook response, we have to do a test submission or record. So you must be wondering what is this, right? So what we have to do is I'm going to open my Cognito Forms, and we're going to do a dummy entry or a test entry for the same form which we want to create this automation for, so that Pabbly can capture the webhook response. Okay, so I'm going to open my form right from here, and we're going to open this shareable link of my form. So let's suppose that this is the shareable link which I've shared with all my potential clients. And now we're going to enter the dummy details right over here. So for the name, I'm going to keep it as demo. Last name, we're going to keep it as user. Email as demo user 555@pabblytudes.com. For the event type, we're going to keep it as corporate event. For the mobile number, I'm going to keep the mobile number as this right over here. It is saying event catering date. So let's suppose we're going to keep the date as 2nd of November. Okay, and now it is asking me for the expected number of guests. So I'm going to keep it as 1 to 50. It is saying additional services needed. So let's suppose that we're going to keep it as decorations. And after entering all of this, we're going to click on submit. And as soon as we're going to click on submit, yes, you can see thank you for filling out the form. Your response has been recorded. So this means that we have successfully did the test submission. And now what has happened is that Cognito form has sent the details of our test submission to our workflow. Pabbly captured the response, triggered the workflow. So I'm going to open my workflow and check that if Pabbly has captured the response or not. So I'm going to open my workflow, and yes, you can see that Pabbly has captured response A right over here. And yes, you can see same details which we entered in our form has been captured. You can see the name of the lead, you see mobile number. We're going to move on forward and look for another details. You can see the expected number of guests, you can see the event type and the catering date. So yes, these were the same details which we entered right in our test submission. And now after receiving these details, we have successfully completed our trigger step. And now what has happened is that as soon as a new entry is received from my Cognito Forms, automatically Pabbly is going to capture the details of that inquiry. So now after entering this, we are going to move on forward and set up our action step, right? So now for my action application, we are going to select it as Pabbly email marketing, because what I want is I want that as soon as a new entry or a new inquiry is received from Cognito Forms, I automatically want to create a subscriber in my Pabbly email marketing too. So I'm going to look for Pabbly email marketing right over here, and as you can see the same, so we're going to select it. And now for the action event, we are going to select it as add subscribers, and then we're going to click on connect. And as soon as we're going to click on connect, it is asking me to add a new connection or select the existing connection. So if you have already connected your Pabbly email marketing account with your Pabbly Connects workflow, then you're going to click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now it is asking me for the token. And to get this token, we're going to follow the help text, and it is saying to obtain the bearer token, log into your Pabbly email marketing account, navigate to the integration section, and then click on developer API and copy the bearer token. So instead of doing all of this, you can see that there's a hyperlink on the developer API, right? So I'm directly going to click on this hyperlink, so it will redirect me to my developer API. So yes, this was really easy because I've already logged in my Pabbly email marketing account previously, right? That's why it has directly opened this. So it is always advised to log in your applications before starting with the automation. So after doing this, what we're going to do is we're going to copy this bearer token right from here, and then we're going to paste it right over here in our workflow. And after pasting the bearer token, we're going to click on save, and as soon as we're going to click on save, it is saying list name. So here you can see that I have only a single list in my Pabbly email marketing account, which is default list. So I'm going to select the same. If you want to choose, you're going to get multiple lists right over here too, if you have multiple lists in your accounts. Okay, and now it is asking for the email and the name. So we're going to enter the email and the name of our lead right over here, but we're not going to enter it manually, but instead we're going to map it. So you must be wondering what is mapping, right? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step, where we selected Cognito Forms as our trigger application. So we're going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only, and as soon as we're going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So I'm going to give you an example that it is asking me for the email, right? So let's suppose that we're going to enter the email right over here manually, like typing it like this, then this will not change with every new response received because this is a static information and I've entered it manually. But if we're going to map this from the previous response, suppose I'm going to look for email in the previous response. And as you can see, the lead email, which is demo user 555@pabblytudes.com. So let's suppose that we're going to map this from the previous response, then this will definitely change because my previous response will also change. So that's why we do mapping right over here to run our workflow in real time. And after mapping the email address, we're going to map the name too. So I'm going to look for name in the previous response. And as you can see, the lead name, which is demo users, we're going to map it. And after mapping the email and the name, we're going to click on save and send test request. And as soon as we're going to click on save and send test request, yes, you can see list updated successfully. So yes, with this, we have successfully received a positive response that we have added these same details into Pabbly email marketing as a subscriber. So what we're going to do is I'm going to open my Pabbly email marketing account and check for the new subscriber added with the same details. So I'm going to open my account, and from the left side of the UI, you can see subscribers. So you have to go on the subscribers right from here. And as soon as you're going to go on subscribers, you can see that this is list, which is default list. And over here, you can see a new subscriber added. You can see the name, which is demo user. And over here, you can also see the email, which is demo user 555@pabblytudes.com. So yes, with this, we have successfully added the lead into our subscribers list. And now after adding this with this, we have successfully completed our workflow. But I'll just test this workflow once, and this time I'm going to give you a real-time example. So what we're going to do is I'm going to open my form again, and we're going to refresh this. We are going to do another test submission with the new details to check that if our workflow is running in real time or not. So for the first name, I'm going to keep it as test, last name as user only, this as email, and then for the event type, I'm going to keep it as, let's say, wedding. And now it is asking me for the mobile number. So I'm going to enter a dummy phone number. It is saying event/catering date. So let's suppose that I'm going to keep it as 1st of January. And now after entering this, it is saying expected number of guests. So I'm going to keep it as 101 to 200. And now it is saying additional services needed. So let's suppose we're going to keep it as entertainment. And then we're going to click on submit. And as soon as we're going to click on submit right over here, with this, we have successfully completed our test submission once again, and it is saying thank you for filling out the form. So now what has happened is that Cognito Forms has sent the details of our test submission to our workflow. Pabbly captured the response, triggered the workflow, and further created a new subscriber in our Pabbly email marketing. So what we're going to do is I'm going to open our Pabbly email marketing account and check for the new subscriber created. And this time we are not going back to our workflow and clicking on save and send test request. I'll directly open my subscriber list right from here and check for the new subscriber created. So I'm going to refresh this subscribers list, and as you can see that we have successfully created a new subscriber. You can see the same email which we entered and the same name which we entered. So now after creating this, with this we have successfully completed our workflow, and we have also tested this workflow in real time, and it is working perfectly fine. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow, and I'll just summarize this workflow for you once. So for the trigger application, we selected Cognito Forms. For the trigger event, we selected new entry. For the action application, we selected Pabbly email marketing, and then for the action event, we selected add subscribers because I wanted that as soon as a new entry is received from my Cognito Forms, which is as soon as we receive a new event inquiry from the same, automatically with the help of the same inquiry details, a new subscriber should be added in my Pabbly email marketing too, so that we can create targeted email marketing campaigns for them. And yes, we were successful with our workflow too. Over here you can see the 2 subscribers I added during this video with the help of my workflow in my Pabbly email marketing account. This process allows us to seamlessly add interested clients to our email list, enabling us to send targeted follow-up emails, event updates, and promotions. By automating this step, we stay engaged with the potential clients and enhance our lead conversion rates. So yes, this was it for the video, and if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video, and for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching.
So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can integrate many more applications. So if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.